If you're over 50 and you go to a 9 to 5 job, you work all day, you come home exhausted, and you still feel like I should be doing more with my life. And I want you to know something, because that feeling that you're feeling right now, it's not random. It's coming from a part of you that realizes that time matters now, because let's face it, if we're over 50, it hits a little different, right? Because we know that we don't have 10 years or 20 years to figure it out. If you're anything like me, you want to figure stuff out now. You want to get a game plan together to retire, because we're getting older and we're exhausted. And if you've been in corporate America or working a job for the last 30 years, you know more than ever what burnout feels like, what exhaustion feels. And especially with Gen Xers, right? Because we have ourselves to take care of, we have our kids to take care of, we have our parents to take care of. And it's hard to juggle everything along with a full-time job. And I'll be honest with you, I've been searching for side hustles for over 10 years now. 10 years ago, it was more about making extra money. But 10 years later, now that I'm in my 50s, it's more about looking for relief, the stability, and retirement, most importantly. And with the rising cost of everything, especially healthcare, I came to a point that if I did absolutely nothing, I'd be working a job for the rest of my life. And if you're new here, my name is Kim, 54 years old, mom of 5, grandma to 1. And it wasn't until, and I've been laid off twice in the last 10 years alone. So I had no choice but to find side hustles to supplement my income, just to survive. Not because I wanted to work more, but I had a slew of bills to pay. Medical bills, saving for college, saving for retirement. You get it. Now I'm doing something different this time, because back then I was pretty much just working a second job. Whereas now I'm building my retirement, which is two completely different things. And after losing my job twice, I didn't want my job to be my only paycheck, because as we know, we could lose it at any time. And because I spent some time learning new skills, I was able to earn an extra $4,000 a month while working my full-time job, which I think is pretty cool. And it wasn't the money that excited me the most. It was the fact that I could see retirement at the end of the tunnel, right? I could see that in my immediate future. Because I don't know if you're anything like me, and it's not that I don't like working, because I actually do, but I'd rather spend the time with my family than my coworkers when I'm in my 60s and 70s. Okay, so side hustle number 1, pet sitting, dog walking. I love dogs. I love all animals, but I've only had dogs. So you can go to platforms like rover.com or wag.com. You can earn anywhere from $15 to $40 per visit. You can earn anywhere from $300 to $1,000 per month. And what's super cool is it's this flexible schedule. You work when you want to. This is perfect if you have a 9 to 5 job, because you can obviously do it after work. No tech skills needed, but you do have to use your car, right? Use gas to get to the house. And if you don't work, you're not going to get paid. So it's almost like it's having a second job, and it's going to help with the bills. But it may not be scalable enough to help with retirement if that's what you're looking for. Next one is senior companion services. And this one is powerful, but not talked about enough. People just don't talk about this. You're simply helping elderly people with errands, light support, companionship. You can earn anywhere from $15 to $25 an hour. And this matters because a lot of people need help. This is a meaningful job. It's flexible. And obviously you're going to be local, but again, you have to use your car, right, to get to the destination. It's not something you can do from home. And if you stop working, you're not going to get paid, but it is a rewarding side hustle that you can definitely do. Next one, we have virtual book club. This is something new. And it's pretty interesting, because what you do, you create a small group around books, personal growth, hobbies. And you can charge anywhere from $10 to $50 per month per member. And you can use platforms like Facebook groups. You can use Zoom. And it's cool because this is something you can actually do from home after work. It's simple. It's scalable. But obviously you need to find people to join, right? So you have to know how to grow the community, and sometimes it could take a little bit of time. But if you have 100 people join your community, that's an extra $1,000 a month in passive income, residual income, if you're only charging $10 a month. So if you build up that number, that can be pretty lucrative. Next one we have is a voiceover. You can actually use your voice to create ads, training videos, audiobooks. Income potential could be anywhere from $50 to $300 per project. You can use platforms like Fiverr.com or Voices.com. It can be done from home. It's totally flexible, beginner friendly, but you have to have a good voice, right? And it might require some kind of practice. Income could be inconsistent depending on what projects are available. Next one is house sitting. So obviously what you're doing is just watching someone's house while they're away. Income potential could be anywhere from $25 to $75 per day. It's simple, obviously low effort, it's flexible, but it could be inconsistent, and it's definitely not scalable because you're only one person. You can only be one place at a time, but it's definitely something that's simple, right? And what's super cool is if you're house sitting, then you can pick up another side hustle while you're house sitting, so you can do 2 side hustles at the same time. Next is event help or weekend staff. So you can do functions like weddings, local events. You can set up, you can support it. Income can be anywhere from $10 to $30 per hour. It's quick cash. It's flexible. Obviously, you work when you can work. But again, it's time-based. It could be physically draining. You're already exhausted enough. Do you have the energy to do this? But in a way, it could be fun, especially a wedding. I think that would be really fun. Now, I want you to notice something, that none of these side hustles are bad. They all work. But they have one thing in common that could be a problem. They just keep you in the same cycle, just like your 9-to-5 job. You work, you earn, you stop, and you earn nothing, just like a job. And that's why people typically feel stuck with these side hustles, because even though they're doing something, nothing really changes in their overall life. And that's the part that really hit me, because I was trying all these different things, but none of them actually built something to scale. And the moment I stopped, the money stopped coming in. And that's when I realized that I didn't need 6 side hustles. I just needed one system that worked. One thing that I could follow. One thing that builds. And what I found was a system that was simple, step-by-step, beginner-friendly, no tech, no chasing people, no guessing. And the big difference was people came to me instead of me having to chase anything. And the best part is, and I want you to listen clearly, it compounds. So each month you work this, your income, if you do it right and follow the steps, your income can go up and up for the same amount of work, which is what I love. So each week it compounds instead of you having to start all over again. So the next 6 months are going to pass you by anyway. The question is, what will you do with them? Do you want a side hustle that is just like another job, or do you want one that compounds month after month, creating that passive income, that residual income? So if you want a path that actually makes sense, click on the link in the description below, grab the free blueprint that's going to walk you through everything. And I can promise you, once you follow something that actually builds something to scale, everything can change for you. Your future can look completely different if you wanted to. Click on the link in the description below, and I'll see you there.